Football never stops. Even when the domestic season finishes, the calendar is filled with international tournaments, tours, and friendlies, the combination of which drags players back and forth across multiple time zones and keeps them on duty for almost the whole year. Recovery has never been more important, and of course, that starts with a good night's rest. But for footballers, sleep is much more important than many people realise. First, let's acknowledge some of the challenges for professional footballers. There are the unsociable hours, the suffering from potential jet lag, and the nights spent away from home in unfamiliar beds and surroundings. But crucially, footballers also exist in a high-pressure environment. Imagine trying to sleep after 90 adrenaline-fueled minutes, or after a game in which you've scored a dramatic winner or made a costly mistake, or your social media mentions make for difficult reading. These are problems which have to be overcome because sleep matters a lot. Dr. Meeta Singh is a board-certified psychiatrist and sleep medicine physician concentrating in the applied science of performance sleep medicine and mental strength. She has worked as a consultant for over a dozen years, working with professional sports organizations in and outside of the United States. And she recently spoke to Tifo Football as part of her appearance at the 2022 World Football Summit. If you're sleeping well, you have optimal reaction times and optimal accuracy, she explains. The less sleep you get, the slower you become, the less accurate you are, decision-making becomes more difficult, and the chance of injury increases. Now, reaction speed is self-explanatory, but accuracy in this context refers to a player's ability to respond to cues in and around their environment. A cue is a detail. It might be an open teammate or a pressing defender. The less sleep a player gets, the worse they become at not only recognising but responding to events within a game. And to quite some degree too, Dr. Singh explains. A normal reaction time is about a quarter of a second. If you were to get 6 hours of sleep instead of 8, it would triple. For a professional footballer at the highest level of the game, this could be a very significant difference. In simple form, the science is easy to follow. The longer you're awake, the more the chemical adenosine accumulates in the brain. The more it accumulates, the more the need for sleep increases and the more inattentive the brain becomes. It's one of the reasons why caffeine is the world's most popular drug. Caffeine targets the same area of the brain in which adenosine accumulates, masking its effects. It's why an early morning cup of coffee brings a feeling of alertness and improved reaction speed. Unfortunately, caffeine does not prevent adenosine from accumulating, meaning that once the coffee wears off, a sleep-deprived person is likely to feel a significant slump as the higher level of adenosine takes effect. Sleep deprivation is also cumulative, and that's another challenge. Only by sleeping can the body consume the adenosine and lessen its effect on the brain. So if a football player experiences long periods of insufficient sleep, their body is being denied the opportunity to consume adenosine. Their brain will suffer the effects of sleep deprivation and they will worsen over time until a sleep pattern is improved and corrected, and the adenosine is entirely consumed. Most people can relate to the sluggishness that comes with sleep deprivation in ordinary life, whether that's while typing an email, watching a film, or just trying to read. For a professional footballer though, particularly one playing at the highest level, where split-second decisions determine success or failure, the resulting issues are far more apparent. Quality of sleep can be the difference between timing a tackle perfectly or committing a foul, or a goalkeeper catching a cross cleanly or missing it completely and conceding a goal. Not that sleep deprivation confines its impact solely to the pitch. As Dr. Singh describes, a lack of sleep will also affect the prefrontal cortex. That's the part of the brain responsible for decision-making, and impairing its function will impact risk assessment and the ability to multitask. Those issues increase the likelihood of injury. But quality of sleep also has the capacity to limit technical and tactical development in a player. The brain does a lot of cognitive functioning that helps an athlete, and anything they've learnt during the day, coaching techniques for example, is consolidated while they sleep, says Dr. Singh. The metaphor for memory consolidation, she explains, is the brain pressing save on the information that it's acquired throughout the day. That only occurs during sleep, meaning that sleep deprivation has the potential to damage a player's performance in all sorts of ways, particularly with the sport growing ever more technical. The importance of sleep is everywhere in football, and much more important than many might think. If you like this video, please consider subscribing to the channel. The Athletic brings you the best sports journalism in the world in a personalised experience, connecting you with the stories and teams that you care about the most. There's coverage of 13 sports, plus direct access to world-class journalists through live Q&As, discussions and podcasts. And you can try it now for free for 30 days by clicking the link in the description.